realistically, if you can get this exact same truck, the same spec for $80,000, then wholesale will be 5-10 grand back of that, or more if demand really goes down on these things as Tesla is able to ramp up production, because their goal is to build hundreds of thousands of these a year and sell them. So pretty soon these will be all over the place if they can sell them. And at the current price point, not a lot of people will buy them, so they will inevitably lower the price to what they were supposed to be. So I bet by the end of the year, if I still had the Cybertruck, I would be losing $30,000, $40,000. And that's one thing, if I actually loved the truck and wanted to keep it, really enjoyed driving it, oh, I just popped open the charge port, I would be happy to do that, drive it into nothing until it's, rusting out on the farm. But I don't love this thing. I like it, but not for that, not for $100,000 or $30,000 or more in depreciation in the year. So let me show you why. So there's some pretty well publicized issues with Tesla, the panel gaps being one of them. I don't think the panel gaps are that bad for a Tesla. I feel like they are acceptable. And of course the finger thing, the fact that everything is razor edge on this and they don't have really good pinch sensors to where fingers and appendages get trapped. It is certainly an issue there, but it's kind of a goof. I hurt my arm the first few days owning this, walking by and clipping right here at this sharp edge, cut into me pretty good, but other owners have actually had stitches from this corner right here and slamming their leg through the door. One person did it on delivery day and needed stitches from their Cybertruck. So these razor edges do seem really stupid, but it does mean you get a very nice thick metal. Say on the DeLorean, where it had nice edges on it, it's not as thick as this. Hence it's not bullet resistant or impact resistant. So it's pretty good on the body, but you can see it's not just stainless steel everywhere on this. There is a lot of hard plastic, including places where it shouldn't be hard plastic. This right here, this should be flexible. Most people, they have these panels, they are a flexible material to where if they take a hit, they sort of bend backwards. This one, it does not, so people are going off-road or hitting some road debris, and they're breaking this, as well as this one back here. Sort of the mud flaps or for the extra aero on the Cybertruck. They need to be flexible